Hi, I'm Sam. I'm travelling around Australia to meet with 6 other gender-diverse artists. I've challenged each of them to create an art piece around the theme Unboxed. I'm really looking forward to exploring the space where gender meets art.
Creativity, for me at least, has been like a coping mechanism, trying to like work through things. And I think sometimes like we turn to destructive outlets when we're feeling things and don't know how to express them, but that's never really resonated with me, I guess. So I like the idea of creating something from those feelings instead. So non-binary for me is where no one part of the spectrum really fits right, or it doesn't feel like it really summarizes how I feel inside. It kind of is fluid, it changes. You know, some days I feel more feminine, some days I feel more masculine. And non-binary gives me a place where that's okay. Because there's a lot of pressure from society to be like, pick one. But I don't want to. You know, some days I want to go out and I want to wear a pair of jeans and look like a mess. And then some days I want to look pretty, and that's actually okay. That's the biggest thing. It's actually okay.
That's good. Like that.
Pronouns, for me, they're not important. I don't have any connection to a particular one, and I don't feel offended if someone was to call me he, she, they. It doesn't bother me so much. And this is, yeah, my dad and my mum and me. My family's been great. There's just love there, which is great. I feel really lucky for that. So I've reconnected with my father recently. That has been actually really revealing. When you're exploring your identity, you don't think, at least for me, coming from a single parent family, I had never really realized how much of my family was a part of my identity. So I had always really grown up white, I guess, because like my mother's side is white. So I just assumed, without really thinking about it, that I was too. But I have like a Maori family that is like hundreds of lovely brown people that I'm really excited to meet and learn more about my culture, and that should be fascinating.
What does your dad think about your gender identity?
He's really accepting. He'd seen a picture of me online and he'd said that he'd always loved me, and I thought that was really sweet because it's not always easy for parents to let go of their ideas of who they think their children should be. It's nice to know that's not going to be something that's going to stand in the way of us getting back in contact. So I moved to Newcastle to study graphic design. Things had gotten to a really low point right after I had graduated, and I realized that I had to do something, and that creativity was going to be my way out of a dark place. I'd sat down with a friend of mine and created the design project Money Pretty, which was basically a life project of building the life that I saw for myself. Yeah, financial, emotional, and physical health. Well, Bleck came out of Money Pretty. Bleck was who I wanted to be, you know, confident, because I think that maybe that's where people think that I'm confident, is because I use Bleck, or the persona of Bleck, to really get my ideas out, but almost feel separate from it, so that when I feel vulnerable, I can hide the vulnerability and Bleck can come forward to protect me from that. Bleck is definitely a persona that I'm striving towards turning into a reality, basically. The goal is to eventually be living in more of a gender ambiguous kind of space, so like not neatly masculine, not neatly feminine, just like an in-between. Because that to me feels most authentic. I have a second family with my friends. I'm so lucky to be blessed with people who not only like just see me as who I am and don't think twice about it, but people who are actively trying to help me in creating the vision that I want for my life. So that's awesome. Gender diversity has been a huge part of civilizations forever. There's ancient cultures that thought of diverse gender people as like gods on earth or goddesses and stuff like that. It's really interesting. But it's just strange how like we think it's so bad. It's so strange that society just really fucking can't get their head around it when it's really not a problem. Wish I understood.
Go down for me.
I love how you came behind. So the themes in this new artwork that I really wanted to explore were the internal struggle, at least for me, and trying to find a place of self-love. It's crazy how much of your well-being is based just on being okay with yourself. Beauty doesn't last forever, so I love the idea of moments because you can make a moment beautiful and it can still be captivating. So I wanted to make a series of moments that were thought-provoking and beautiful and hopefully stuck in the minds of those who would see it. Before I screamed, the first thought was, I hope this looks okay. My second thought was, I've come so far. And even though like things right now aren't how I want them to be, I know that if I keep working at them like this, that eventually it will be okay. A phrase that I come across that really resonates with me is, some men long to conquer the world, I only long to conquer myself. To leave a beautiful mark, I think that's really my purpose. If I die having made the world a more beautiful place, then I will have lived my life the way I think is right.